now.
I think this is a good note for everybody out there.
He says that I don't pull well on TikTok, so
He doesn't.
It's
It's just a fact. It just doesn't pull well. It's called social media for a reason, and it's not selfish media.
I just gotta clear something up. You weren't the 12th man on the field.
There is no easy way to get anything ever.
This is Mornings with Matt, the Deering Acting Studio podcast, where we discuss the connection between life and acting.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mornings with Matt. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, Joseph.
It is a beautiful Wednesday morning.
It is crisp. It is cool. This is the reason we live in Arizona.
It is crisp. It is cool, man.
Just like you, bro.
I'm crisp and cool? Dang.
Yeah, dude.
Like Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be Krispy Kreme, that's a donut.
Yeah.
a
Like
delicious
the
donut.
best donut.
And it is crispy.
Yeah.
I don't know about
It really-
cool, but...
I mean, they kind of went away from their brand. I don't know why, but at some point they stopped serving their hot donuts, their hot glazed ones. And that
Did
was
they?
Yeah, and that was like their thing was like their glazed donuts were always warm, like very warm.
Why'd they stop?
I don't know. I think maybe their workers were getting hurt with the machine or something. I really don't know, but it is kind of
It's an interesting theory, though.
Yeah.
Burning myself on the Krispy Kreme donut machine.
Yeah, my friend my friend in high school worked there for a long time. He was a manager. And they give like incentives for not getting hurt on the job. So like he got like a sweatshirt for like going 3 months without an injury. Yeah.
That is a terrible business model.
Yeah.
That is so scary.
But
you've got a malfunctioning machine at that point.
But the sweatshirt was super dope. It was super dope.
Yeah, but it wasn't for good work. It was for not getting hurt. That's hilarious.
Man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about Chapter 7 here of the book, Acting is My Day Job, 7 Strategies
a great actor
to Market and Make Money as an Actor. Yes, Be a Great Actor is Chapter 7, Joseph. I'm going to do a quick recap here since we got all the way through the book here. Chapter 1 is Get Out There. Jump with 2 feet. Got to jump, got to move, got to make this thing happen. Is that Nick? Good morning, Nick.
Yeah.
Number 2, get organized. We got a bunch of sheets on the website. They are free. You can download those sheets anytime. Number 3, you want to build your team. Make
Build
sure
it.
the people around you are supporting you. That is so huge. And if they're not, get a new team.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Next chapter is brand yourself. You got to know what is your branding and are you staying consistent with your branding, etc. Number next is my dad always does that. It's so funny.
Number next.
I remember listening. My dad's a doctor, so he would do these things called I don't remember what it was, like a dictation of his charts. So he would just like when he was done, because the doctors they weren't good typers, so they would get on a phone. And he would just start going through, and he'd be like, "Okay, this patient was this, did this, and then we used this medicine, and number next," because he would forget what number he was on.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so I think I stole that from him. So number next is be a producer.
Producer.
Which means get out there and make your own stuff. Don't wait for anybody else to tell you that you're good enough.
For real.
All right, the next chapter is run the business. Understand that you, as an actor, are an entrepreneur. You, as an artist, are an entrepreneur. You are a startup, and you got to treat yourself as such. And this last chapter, it's actually a very short chapter, but it's packed with goodies. And it's probably the most difficult chapter just because of if you actually did the stuff that's in there, you'd be busy all the time. So it's a just a tiny little chapter packed full of here's all the bunch of stuff you should be doing all the time.
Chapter 7, Be a Great Actor.
Be a Great Actor.
You know, it's funny because that was like the longest one in the audiobook.
Chapter 7?
Yeah, so I don't know how it's like the shortest in there.
Was it really the longest?
It was straight up 50 minutes in the audiobook.
Wow. No way.
Yeah.
Chapter 7?
Yeah, because here's the thing. You know how like we filmed in pieces because we had to like use the restroom and whatnot through chapters sometimes?
It couldn't be 50 minutes.
I swear. I pulled it in and I was like, oh, great. Because the first one was only 20. I was like, cool, 20 minutes till the end.
Well, I told you, it's packed.
I got through cutting that.
It's a packed chapter.
And then it was like the next one, and I pulled that in, and that was another 20. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then the last one was like 10 or 15, and I was like, no way. I was like, talk about a finish here. So funny.
Yeah, all right. So here we go. Be a Great Actor. I've been starting off with these quotes I put in the book here. And this one's by Gary Oldman. What? What's so funny?
Astrid said, I had a dream about the audition tracker sheet. And I don't know why. It just made me laugh.
Tell us about your dream, Astrid, about the audition tracker sheet. We want to hear it. All right, here's a quote here. Wanting to be a good actor is not good enough. You must want to be a great actor. You just have to have that. Gary Oldman.
Dang.
Wanting to be a good actor is not good enough. You have to want to be a great actor. You just have to have that. I love
Powerful.
that. Yeah. Which is like, the thing is, how true is that? You know, because what is it to want to be great? I think the idea that Gary Oldman's getting at here is when you strive to be good, it ends up becoming something like good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now I'm good enough. Well, no, like there shouldn't be a good enough, you know? And if that's your mindset, you're going to get stuck. You're going to be, you know, in some kind of rut at some point in time. So when I say be a great actor, as a matter of fact, be a great actor, that's slapped right on the homepage of our website.
Yeah.
And our website says, be a great actor, master your life through the craft of acting. Because that's what we're trying to do, is create a mastery mindset in your life. And we're using acting, which is a perfect parallel to life, in order to help people find themselves, to better themselves, to take their career, whatever their career may be, whether it be acting or anything else, to the next level. What is Astrid saying? What is
she said? I literally just saw a giant version of it up in the air. It was ginormous sheet of audition tracking. That's
hilarious. It'd be funny if Astrid was tiny, like a little ant, and she had a huge pencil, and she was like trying to write on there. I'm like making up her dreams now. That's really funny.
It's so funny.
All right.
I was on video with her last night for a minute, and it was really funny because I was like, oh, has Ben working? And she was like, yeah, and then she started talking, but she wasn't talking to me.
Who is this?
Astrid. And then I was like, are you talking to your dog? And she was like, yes.
That's hilarious.
It was really funny.
All right, so I got a couple more quotes here, actually, to open up this chapter. This one's by Will Smith. No matter how talented you are, your talent will fail you if you're not skilled. Skill is achieved through practice. Work hard and dedicate yourself to being better every single day. Will Smith. No matter how talented you are, your talent will fail you if you're not skilled. Skill is achieved through practice. Work hard and dedicate yourself to being better every single day. And that's what those sheets are all about, is about the tracking process of skill. And the goal sheets are about creating skill-based goals rather than results-based goals. And so what Will Smith's saying, and I've seen this, I can't tell you how many countless times, especially during these castings, you see sometimes beautiful people, talented people, but they're not getting better as you like see them the next time and the time after that. So eventually we stop requesting those people in because they're not growing, they're not getting better. And we know that they're not gonna be able to bring it when it's time to perform, essentially. So so I love what Will Smith's saying there is you got to earn the skill. I got one more quote here. This is by famed acting coach Uta Hagen.
Wait, time out.
Uta
Time
Hagen.
out. This was on purpose, wasn't it?
What's that?
You put 3 quotes in the last chapter, and there was 1 quote in every other chapter.
Well, I told you it was really hard to figure out which quotes to use. But truthfully, what I saw here was I saw 3 different really good quotes from different angles on this concept, and I was like, I kind of want to talk about all these things, and I respect all these people, and I love what's being said in each place. I couldn't write the last chapter without putting in the Will Smith quote about skill. Because I just love his take on it. Like he looks at himself and he says, I got big ears. I got I'm not the funniest guy. I'm not the most talented guy. I'm not the best singer. I don't have the best voice, but I'm gonna work harder than you. That's his mentality.
But I'm going to Miami.
Yeah, like I liked his interview that he
Miami.
said to a guy. He goes, he's like, the difference between me and you is that if you and me get on a treadmill next to each other, I'm gonna die. Like I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna win, or I'm gonna die trying to win. And that takes a particular mindset. And so when he's talking about skill, he's talking about beating on your craft over and over and over again to be the person who's willing to do more than everybody else. And it's hard to be that person consistently, day in, day out.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do.
For sure.
All right, and this is Uta Hagen's, and this is what I wanted to put this in here because it's very actory. Uta Hagen is a famed acting coach who wrote a really good book, but it goes like this: talent is an amalgam of high sensitivity, easy vulnerability, high sensory equipment, seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, tasting, intensely, a vivid imagination, as well as a grip on reality, the desire to communicate one's own experience and sensations, to make oneself heard and seen. So she used all these big words and fancy words and whatnot, but what she's really saying here is you gotta be you. You gotta be real. You gotta figure out life, and then you have to be willing to put life on the table, and be vulnerable and expose all that stuff on the stage, and it's hard, and it takes work, and it takes practice to be able to do that over and over and over again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So to be a great actor, I've got a couple points here in the book, and obviously you should read the book. That's number one.
Can we shameless plug?
Yeah, let's shameless plug. I don't mind it. I don't mind a little shameless plug. I think that'd be kind of fun for the day. We haven't done a shameless plug in a while. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now for Brian Sweeney's Shameless Plugs. Shameless Plugs. Go ahead, dude.
Acting is my day job. 7 strategies to market and make money as an actor. This book is available everywhere. You can find it anywhere the books are sold. Acting is my day job. 7 strategies to market and make money as an actor. I don't have a copy of the book on me because I left it out there, but that's okay. It's me, Brian.
That was pretty good. Now do your best. Do Joey Sweeney's best.
All right, cool.
I want to see what that looks like.
Bet. Can I have the book, though?
Sure. Yeah, you need the book? You got the book.
Yeah, it's better with the book. Oh, caught it. No, I did not catch it. Acting is my day job. 7 strategies to market and make money as an actor. This book is amazing. Trust me, I've listened to it for hours on end, and the terms, the quotes, the worksheets, everything in here is super helpful, whether you're an actor or not. Genuinely, I've taken a lot out of editing this book, so you should really check it out.
Good job, Joey. Wow, that was really, really good.
I couldn't tell if you were being sarcastic. I didn't think you were being sarcastic, but because the sound effect took so long, it sounded like you might have been being sarcastic.
True. And I was really struggling to find the cheers. So why don't you keep that for a second? Open it back up to chapter 7.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you set me up with some stuff here. I probably should have done this from the beginning. It would have been probably better. Remind me of the 3 points here, because I usually do a little outline thing. I think I've got 3 points of what it means to be a great actor. And to be a great actor, by the way, is be a great actor of your life too, by the way. Because I have this firm belief that
That's number 1.
What is it?
Become a student for life.
Oh, good. Yeah, okay. Become a student for life.
It was just funny because you were like, read me those terms, and then you just listed number 1.
Well, kind of.
It was like an ad lib of it, but it was.
But it's like, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so what are the 3 though? Be a student
Okay.
for life.
Number 1, become a student for life.
Okay.
Number 2, create good habits.
That's so true.
Number 3, pursue mastery.
Oh man, I agree with all those things. That's a really good book. Okay. So become a student for life. What does that mean? It means you need to be learning. I need to be learning. Joey needs to be learning. Like we have to continue to find ways to learn. You got to maintain curiosity. As soon as you lose your curiosity in your given field, I think things become dead for you. And this is why a lot of people like to jump ship and they like to change to a new profession. I mean, you see this a lot, usually with younger people too, when they first start getting into the job market, because they don't know what they want to do. And you get into one thing, it's the shiny thing, it's the new job, and you're feeling good about it, and then you just kind of run into a couple obstacles, and then something else looks shinier, and so you move over, and before you know it, you're 10 years in, you've had 5 jobs, and it's like, dang, I wish I would have stayed at the first job or the second job, and developed myself and worked my way through a particular company and ideology so that I could continue to grow. So become a student for life. Whatever it is that you do, become a student for life. If you are an actor, you are a student for life. Like people have asked me before on the phone when they first sign up, like, okay, so like, and then like, how long is the program? I'm like, how long are you going to be alive? Because that's how long the program is. And I mean that, you know, I mean, if you can find better training, go to that place. But you want to go to a place that's going to be challenging you, a place that you connect to, but you want to be always training. That should be a part of what you do. And it's not just here, not just at your studio where you're training. You should be training at home. You should be completely dedicated to making sure that you're getting better each and every day. All right, so that's that. Number 2, Joey, was, remind me, become a student for life. This one's really good.
Become a student for life. Number 2, create good habits.
Yeah, good habits. Okay, so here's the deal.
Oh, that's what took so long to edit.
The habits?
I just remember. Yeah. Because you have like, let me,
it's like long paragraphs, I think. But
yeah, it's long paragraphs, but you like go deep into each habit. So let me just I'll just rifle these off.
Oh
really
yeah,
quick.
you know what? Yeah. Help me remember this stuff, Joey, because I forget what I wrote.
Yeah, that's why it took so long. Now that I remember.
But here, okay. So before you list off the habits that I've written down, because I know I've written down specific habits that I believe every successful actor are going to put into place. But what's the why here? Okay, the why is that without habits, you are going to fail. Without habits, I am going to fail. Without some of my habits that I had in place, maintaining them, I have since failed. This is true. And if I want to be on a particular projection for success and to accomplish certain things, you have to put yourself into those habits. And when you look at your habits, you can see, here's what I do on a daily basis. If you write it down and you hold yourself accountable for certain things, I can tell you whether or not you're going to hit a certain goal. And it's not what you did this week. It's not what you did this month. It's what is a habit for you. What is a thing that is a non-negotiable? It's going to happen because it's just who you are. So, for instance, I wake up, I read the Bible every single day, or I listen to the Bible every single day, never miss. Now, before I hurt my knee, I was working out every single day.
Yeah.
I would hit the gym. I would go on a bike ride. I would run, like whatever. The knee has been this setback for me, and it was really hard. It still is really hard for me to find a way to do those things because all the exercises involved that are not cardiovascular are things that I don't enjoy as much. So lazy me, haven't found a good routine, and I haven't put it into practice to be an actual habit. And that's just a lame excuse. That's the truth. So I can hold myself accountable to that and go, dude, you're just making excuses because your knee's bum. You could still bike ride. You could still this or that. You could still do push-ups. Matter of fact, I did push-ups this morning, and I felt great.
Good for you.
And I looked at myself. I'm like, dude,
Why ain't you doing that every day?
Why aren't you doing this?
Yeah.
You gotta do this. Start putting the habits back into place. But a habit is a thing where it's like, no matter how tired you are, you just do it. Like you just do it. You just do it.
Jinx. We didn't even look at each other for that.
So
That just happened.
without habits, you will fail. Whatever they say, you're gonna always fall to your habits. That's your baseline. So you're gonna crash down to wherever your baseline habit is. All right. So what are the list of habits that we put in there for actors that would make you a successful actor?
Okay.
We'll see if we agree.
All right. Read, write, speak, memorize, exercise, overcome, play.
Great. Okay.
Read, write, speak, memorize, exercise, overcome, play.
All right, so let's talk about each one. So we're gonna start with read. Okay, so you got to read because you're gonna be exercising your brain. You're exercising this muscle that needs to put words to brain, and you want to reading in general is just gonna make you smarter. So when you actually read, and I'm not talking because I like to listen to books, you still got to read stuff. So reading things is a process as an actor because you're going to oftentimes need to take the word off the page and stick it in your brain. So you want to be reading, you want to be seeing words, you want to be visualizing certain things because that's going to help you, especially with the next thing, which is to write. Yeah?
Yeah. Read, write.
By writing, you're getting your ideas out. So you're reading other people's stuff. By writing, I'm getting to sort of like express myself in a new way, and I'm getting to learn about writing because I'm going to need to eventually perform probably other people's writing. So I need to understand the mechanics of writing. As a matter of fact, we're going through a whole section right now for 3 months in our script class on writing sketches, understanding what it is to create comedy. And it's really difficult. And yet, in just 3 short weeks, we put up sketches the other night.
I kind of wanted to make them
on Monday night
because they're so funny.
They're gonna be funnier.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like with a still camera and like what would be boring, they were pretty darn funny. Like all of them. I was like, dang.
I was like blown away and very proud of our students and very excited about our program. And it's hard sometimes because you're coaching and you're like, okay, I hope this is gonna work. You know, you're coming up with ideas that you know are gonna be good for people, but they got to do the work. You know, if the students don't do the work and they don't show up and they're not like committed and they just kind of do the bare minimum, then they're not gonna have a great product. But you could tell that every student in there took it really seriously and brought really great ideas. Like they were collaborating outside of class. They came in and like were really ready. And so it was really fun. It was a fun coaching session. But anyway, so you want to write. Okay, what's next?
Speak.
Yes. So as an actor, you're gonna have to use your mouth.
Bah.
And we've said this before, but you want to be listening more than you're speaking. But you also need to understand, what is your voice? We all have a sound, and you want to try to perfect that sound. You want to work on it.
This is my voice.
Yeah. Yeah, well, think about it, though. Some of the greatest sounds are just human beings who have started to master the sound of their own voice and live into it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the Morgan Freemans, and there's the Jack Nicholsons, and like the people that have like just these voices that are so memorable that you just hear them and you're like, oh, I know who that is, that person. That's somebody who has mastered their own sound.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to understand, do I sound sloppy? Do I need to fix that thing? Do I need to enhance my diction? Do I need to work on my breathing? Like, only by speaking and listening to yourself back will you get better at speaking. Mm-hmm. But it's really got to be a precise process. You can't just speak for no reason. You have to speak in order to get better at speaking. That should be your goal.
Yeah.
So as an example for everybody, and again, this is back, I got to get back on my own habits. Like, I'm just telling you straight up. But for at least a year straight, probably longer than that, probably a couple years, every morning I would come in and I would read out loud. So I would read and speak out loud, either great philosophers' writing, Shakespeare, my own writing, like speeches that I was trying to write, and I would set a timer. It would be 20 minutes. And I would do all the exercises and I would speak out loud. And little did I know that I was sincerely preparing for this show that didn't even exist yet. And I was creating a voice and creating a sound and understanding how to speak and learning new words and language that I was going to be able to use on the show. Now, this show has since replaced that particular habit, but actually, I would love to add that back in. But how do I do it? I just have to make some adjustments now, because this 7 o'clock hour used to be an hour that was my time, and now it's our time. Now we're here together. And honestly, to do it right, I have to sort of kind of let go of what I'm doing by 6.
Yeah.
To start connecting with you, to make sure things are running, like there's all sorts of things. And so that's another part of the reason why the habits in the morning have shifted, because it's like, okay, you need to make adjustments to make sure that you can still do all the stuff that you want to get done in order to maintain a trajectory towards success. What's up?
Next chapter is memorize.
The next chapter? We got a whole nother chapter?
No, I got thrown off because I was trying to give you the thing so you could keep going, but Siebert's at the door and it's locked, and he
Cybert's
said,
here?
whenever you guys... Don't call him Seibert.
You don't want me to call him by his real name?
No, it's Siebert. He said it's Siebert, unless he lied to me.
He did lie to you. His name is Seibert.
Okay, well, that's fine. Siebert's cooler, and it's my name for him.
I don't think you should call it cooler, because it's not his real name. But I understand. You see, like, we were joking about this last night, Kylie and I, that we feel like Matt Seibert lied to us.
Yeah.
We feel very offended.
He said
He
was
said my name is
Siebert.
Siebert. So then we got really Siebert. Now we got to be like Seibert.
Nah. No, we ain't switching it back.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, that's not his name.
Nah. You don't know that. Oh, Matt's out there. He said, you ain't got to leave yet, Joey. I'm just chilling. Nah, I'm going to come open the door, bro.
Yo, start putting the chairs out, dude. Like,
yeah.
We're all good.
I didn't hear chairs unstacking.
I didn't hear that either. I feel like he's just sitting down watching the show.
Yeah, he's probably just chilling in his nice Tahoe. Just...
He's in his Tahoe, eating
out.
a taco. All right. Why don't you go open the door for him? Okay, and then we're going to talk about memorization. So,
memorization,
and you need to hurry, get right back here, because I'm going to need the next thing.
Oh, shoot. Okay, go. Memorization. Quickly. Go.
So you got to memorize stuff. All right, what's next, Joey? All right, so memorization is... here's what people don't understand about memorizing. And I used to think this, too. I used to say lies to myself. Like, well, I'm not a good memorizer. My wife's a good memorizer. I'm not a good memorizer. That is BS. That was me lying to me. And maybe some of you do that. Maybe you lie to yourself about certain things. Don't give yourself self-fulfilling prophecies that are negative. If you're not a good memorizer, that means you're not a good memorizer yet. and never put an I statement in front of something that's negative. So instead of saying I'm not a good memorizer, you say I am committed to becoming a better memorizer. That needs to be your new affirmation. Because what I have found out through lots and lots and lots of research is that the what's used in the brain to memorize is an actual muscle, and you can exercise that muscle, and it can get stronger. You just have to use it.
Okay, so A, you were right. He did not start unstacking the chairs yet. B, he put in the comments, I didn't even see the chairs, LOL. And now I'm worried about him as a human being.
How could you miss? There's like 14 stacks of ginormous chairs.
Right outside the door where you're standing.
Like all you could see is chairs.
Yeah. Oh, man. That was funny. That was really funny.
All right. What's
okay.
next?
Next is exercise.
See?
This is a double-edged sword a little bit.
What do you mean?
Because it's like exercise, like your physical body, but also to me it's like exercise your craft, right?
Well, yeah, but technically we've already been talking about that.
Yeah, but it's
that
a
other
little bit
stuff.
of both. It's
Okay.
a little bit of both.
Okay.
I that's how I.
What I meant was the physical body.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe, I mean, it might have flowed better if you said exercise your physical body. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, and I think you misspoke when you said double-edged sword too.
Probably, yeah. I'm not great with analogies. Still working on that.
Little mixed metaphor thing.
Yeah, mixed metaphor. People got it.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure.
it's not an analogy; it's a metaphor. That's the same.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm trying, but I'm not perfect. I didn't do the year of Shakespeare that you did in the lobby.
So a double-edged sword is like something could be good or bad, sort of type thing. So
I thought it was just like it's a sharp sword on both sides.
right,
You know,
right.
like it's a grind on both sides. You're grinding to sharpen the sword. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it could be used to hurt someone else, but at the same time you could potentially hurt yourself as well because there's no handle.
Oh well, that's really unfortunate.
So I'm holding this the double edge. There's an edge over there and an edge over here. There's no handle.
Oh, well, why don't you just put a handle on it?
You know, or there's a handle in the middle, and you could hurt people this way or that way. You know, like what's his name?
Like
Kylo Ren.
Like Kylo Ren. No, it would be more like Darth Maul.
Or Maul. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Double-sided lightsaber.
Well, Kylo Ren's got one too, doesn't he?
Kylo has like he has like two little lightsaber thingies that come out the side.
He didn't have one on the bottom. He didn't have one of those. Okay.
No.
So he's got like a triple-edged sword.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I digress.
Anyway, exercise.
Exercise. And I literally just said this though. Like I just said about myself, right? And then I did push-ups this morning. Well, guess what? I feel better. So you have to exercise. It's the most interesting thing. And all the successful people we've had on this show, over and over and over and over and over again, people talk about their nutrition, they talk about their exercise routines. And this is not about having a certain look. This is about you progressing through and trying to master your own look.
Yeah.
What is your look? And what is your feel, and how do you feel about you, and what is the energy and vitality that you are bringing into your day? And that starts with exercise.
Facts.
All right, what's next?
What's next? Do you really want to know what's next? Okay. All right. Overcome.
Yes. All right.
You're
Good.
an overcomer.
I put a quote in there. Let me hear the quote. Do you see?
In overcome?
Yeah, I believe so. Did I not?
Nope. There's no quote.
From like a Eleanor Roosevelt or something? Maybe it's not a quote. Maybe I
Nada.
just wrote about her.
Yeah, not in this
Or
part. This part you just talk about Shakespeare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. All right, so to overcome, and I'm gonna botch this quote then because, but Eleanor Roosevelt said something along the lines of, "Do something that scares you every single day."
Listen, no matter how close or far that quote was, you didn't botch it as bad as I botched the analogy metaphor.
Oh, that's impossible to botch something that bad.
Yeah.
Do something that scares you every day is essentially what she said. And when I heard that, it was like, oh, that's such good advice. to put yourself out there, to do something that's going to sort of push the envelope. And if you think about it, that's what life is all about. Like the most fun parts of life are when you're trying something new, when you're like creating in a new way. So let's just say like if I'm developing something new for the studio or a new software, or I'm like learning how to hang a new light in a new way, or whatever, like trying to improve something, like doing something new, something that might scare me, something, that's like puts you on edge. That is what life's all about. And that's how you get better. That's how you progress and get further. The issue is people stop doing things that scare them because their whole life's goal is to be safe. And we want to overcome that thing. So when I say overcome, it means put yourself in a position to need to constantly overcome obstacles. All right, we got to wrap this thing.
All right. Last one is play. Play.
Yeah. So
play.
Now, what you meant to say, by the way, or maybe you didn't mean to say that, but the play here, this is a double entendre, which means it's a word that can mean
double
two different things.
Double entendre.
So to play is like literally to play, like to go outside and play, like your kids, like to be free. And it's also play, like to be in a play, to perform.
Like Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
Like masterclass.
That's right. And so you want to be in the habit daily, create the habit of putting yourself in a state of play, in a state of creativity, in a state of being completely free. And how do you do that? Improv class is a great way to do it.
Facts.
Connecting with younger people, kids, nephews, whoever. Just getting yourself in a place where you are going to be silly and you're going to allow yourself to play and just be like weird, and do something that scares you. Like what would scare you right now?
What would scare me right now if I had to rap live on the air?
Okay, do it.
All right. Yeah.
Go.
Mornings with Matt. Doing the show. That's where it's at. Yeah. Waiting for a cat. Sting. Matt's out there said.
Waiting for a cat. Sting.
And you know what's up?
Yeah, good job, dude. I found the cheers right away that time.
Yeah.
All right. So do something that scares you every day. Do
Dang,
something that's going to push you.
Like palpitating.
Is it really?
That. Yeah.
See, and what's funny is from my perspective, really, like I'm not even phased. Like
what do you mean?
I like here's what happens. You're palpitating because of this. Like we are these creatures, these human beings that are so internal that and this is why you have to do stuff that scares you, right? This is the exact why.
Yeah.
Is because to you the world is judging you right now and you're feeling all this pressure and it's like I'm doing this thing and I'm but that's all like up here. And what I was trying to get at was like I was looking at you being like, oh, that was cute, that was fun, that was like whatever, you did it. So in my mind, like it's a win, and in your mind you're going like but we all do that. Like that's the craziest thing. But that's the why. You want to put yourself through that process to remind your brain like no, you don't got to freak out. Like you can just play, be free, just go, and like honestly, I'm gonna give Brian a backhanded compliment. Brian has many faults, many things where he's not right on, and we're working on. But this is one place that I can tell you from always that I've always appreciated about Brian, and I keep reminding him you got to keep going back to this place, because when he is free. Brian is one of those people that can be free in front of other people, and sometimes he forgets that child inside of him.
Yeah.
But he has this way about him that either and I think sometimes he just doesn't even know, which is it's like a great quality to have. It's an innocence about him. Like there was a time I remember he was on the stage at I think we were at Disneyland or Knott's Berry Farm or something, and you wouldn't remember this because he was a kid then, so you might have either not been born or been a baby or something.
Yeah, I probably wasn't on that vacation because I didn't get any vacations.
So he gets on the stage, and there's like a rap song on, and people are getting up there, and they're like, and crowds are starting to gather a little bit, and these kids, like teenagers and like young kids, are getting up, and they're like our nephews, like really good dancers, and they're getting up and doing like different dances, and the next person will go up and do a different dance, and crowds are gathering. Brian gets up there, and he's a scrawny little white kid with zero, I'm talking zero rhythm. the worst dancer that could possibly be. But he was so into his own dance and he didn't care. And people were laughing. They started by laughing at him. But he didn't realize they were laughing at him. He thought that he was being funny, and he kept doing it. And he was so into it that it took about 15 seconds, and the crowd turned, and they went from laughing at him to cheering him on. And literally, I was watching different human beings of all races, of all ages, starting to emulate his dance. It was magical.
Please tell me he did the sweener. Please.
That was the idea of how the sweener was invented. We would be like, oh, it's the sweener dance because it was Brian Sweeney. But the point is that he was free, and by being free, because what happens is everyone looks at that and they're like, haha, I'm laughing at you because you're doing something that's not perfect, and then they watch you and then they become envious of you and they're like, I wish I could be that free, and then they join you.
Yeah.
So you have to be willing to get through the criticism, to get through everybody else's uncomfortableness, because you're going to be criticized when you put yourself out there. And you have to go, nope, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep doing my thing, whatever the thing is, and then live into it fully.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what happens. Your whole life will change. All right, that is our book, guys. That is the wrap on Chapter 7. We got to get to our casting, Joe.
All right. Cast it up.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Help us spread this light-driven content to the planet.
The whole planet.
God
Thanks
bless.
for listening to Mornings with Matt. Please like, subscribe, and follow us at Deering Acting Studio to keep up with the latest content. For more information on classes, private lessons, or professional development coaching, visit www.deeringstudio.com. Have a Deering day, everyone.
Have a chippy day, everyone. Rough.